Hello, Wausau! 2023 was another jam-packed year. This year's State of the City is only going to scratch the surface of our efforts, but we're so excited to share all of Wausau's changes and accomplishments. Let's go! First up, we have some big leadership changes in public safety. In September, former Police Chief Ben Bliven made a big career change, opening up the door for a new police chief. We are so lucky and proud that former Deputy Chief Matt Barnes threw himself at this new career challenge as the city's top cop.
Hello, my name's Matthew Barnes. I was recently appointed to the position of Chief of Police. I've been connected to Wausau for quite a while. I went to high school at Wausau East, graduated, went to college, came back to live in Wausau, and took a job with the police department in 2000. So I've been with the department for 23 years. This is a very exciting time for the Wausau Police Department. A lot of changes occurring and change is inevitable here. So one of the things I want people to be very comfortable with is the service we provide to the community is outstanding, and it's outstanding not necessarily because of the leadership of the department, it's the people that are in it. We have fantastic individuals that care about this community, they care about the City of Wausau, and they care about its residents. And that's our primary focus, is making sure the staff of this organization has the character that you as a resident of the city deserve. You know, one of the things that I see that I want to focus on in my time as chief is the mission of the Wausau Police Department, which includes partnering with the community to enhance the quality of life. And when I look at Wausau, I look at all the things that we have that make this a fantastic place to live. Really, when I'm talking to people about moving to Wausau, if they're into the arts, we have that. If they're into music, we have that. If they're into the outdoors, we have that. We have the Wisconsin River that splits our city in two. So when we talk about the state of the city and from the police department perspective, I think the city's in a great place. We're really positioned quite well to have a safe place that you can raise a family and have a high standard and quality of life. And as your police chief, I'm super excited to work really hard, as well as the staff here to work hard to enhance the quality of life for every Wausau citizen.
After a 30-year career as a firefighter, a paramedic, and eventually leading the department here in Wausau, Chief Bartek is retiring in December. We are so excited that he has the opportunity to be a grandpa, even if it's leaving a Bartek-sized hole in our city. Fortunately for us, Deputy Chief Jeremy Kopp has stepped up to continue his leadership journey for the city. Chief Kopp is already planning for what's next at Wausau Fire.
Hi Wausau, I'm Jeremy Kopp. I'm the next fire chief of the Wausau Fire Department. I've been with the Wausau Fire Department for the past 19 years, and I'm incredibly humbled and incredibly honored to be named the 13th chief in Wausau Fire Department history. So the past 3 years have brought a lot of change to the City of Wausau Fire Department under the leadership of Chief Bob Bartek. We've done many things, but nothing bigger than coming into 2023 as a transitional year and adding 12 members to our staff. Our additional staffing is going to allow us to implement our new deployment plan in 2024, which is going to be a rotation on the ambulance for our paramedics, as well as a 3-person engine company instead of running with just 2 on the engine. This means a lot of things for the City of Wausau, meaning we're going to be able to respond in a quicker and more efficient manner to structure fires and rescues, as well as having fresh paramedics on every paramedic call that people might need ambulance for. I also wanted to let you all know that we at the Wausau Fire Department have now become CAS accredited. We are one of 4 departments in the state of Wisconsin that have received CAS accreditation, and what this means to you is we are meeting and exceeding the standards set forth for ambulance services throughout the country. I'm really excited for this opportunity to be the next fire chief of the Wausau Fire Department, and I'm looking forward to the journey.
At the beginning of this year, I was invited to a special lead pipe summit at the White House hosted by the Vice President. This is where guests and the American public heard from folks across the nation about efforts to remove the remaining lead service lines from drinking water systems. Here in Wisconsin, Governor Tony Evers signed on to a lead removal acceleration program through the Environmental Protection Agency and the Biden-Harris administration. Through partnership with the Department of Natural Resources, the state of Wisconsin, and our friends at Community Infrastructure Partners, we are so excited to launch our own accelerated lead pipes removal program. As you can hear behind me, we kicked off our program in November, and in 2024, we expect to replace at least 500 lead service lines. That's more than 12 times the lead service lines we replaced in 2023. In 2022, we discovered that every single Wausau drinking water well was contaminated with PFAS, also known as human-made forever chemicals. Now, since December 2022, we have been using a PFAS-removing resin as our temporary fix. However, the Utility Commission voted to accelerate this project, and we're expecting our brand new granular activated carbon system to be permanently removing PFAS by the middle of next year.
Over the last couple of years, the city has really been focused on PFAS. We've put a lot of time and effort into managing PFAS with the new regulations that are proposed to come out in 2024. Our new treatment facility is currently managing PFAS by lowering those levels below DHS recommended levels using an anion exchange resin. That resin currently needs to be replaced about every 12 months at about $1 million every change out. So our permanent solution will be a granular activated carbon treatment process currently under construction. This is something that the city, as well as other municipalities, will have to manage for decades to come and generations to come. So our goal right now is to actually set the city up for the next generation of residents to not have to worry about PFAS. You know, the city is as well, just this past year and going into next year, we have a lot of reconstruction and infrastructure projects. This year we did some local streets. We did 17th Avenue over by Stewart Avenue. Those are all very disruptive projects, but those projects did wrap up this year. It made significant improvements to the areas that we're in and the residents as well. Next year, we have a large project partnering with the DOT, which is Stewart Avenue, and that is from 48th Avenue to 72nd Avenue. That is going to be a large project as well. It is going to be all construction season, likely from May through October, just so people are aware that use that corridor. I know it's a very busy corridor. With the businesses, with the industrial park out there, so I want to make sure everybody's aware.
You might have seen me back and forth to Madison more than usual this spring and summer, and that's because the governor and the legislature were building the 2023 through 2025 biennial state budget, and I wanted to ensure that Wausau's interests were right up front. There is a lot to be excited about when it comes to this bipartisan budget, but there are two things at the top of my list. First, the $150 million allocation to PFAS remediation. And second, the first increase in shared revenue in decades. The governor even signed that bill, Act 12, into law right here in Wausau. The increase in shared revenue means that Wausau had a little more than $1 million in new funding to work with during our budget this year. And with increasing costs and inflation, it was a huge help to our budget process. Finally, if you're wondering where to keep up with all things Wausau, we launched a brand new website earlier this year that is much easier to navigate and it's mobile friendly. You can sign up for emails and stay updated on the topics you care about the most. To do that, head on over to wausauwi.gov. Thanks for a great 2023, Wausau. Bring on 2024.